Hi lovely, you're welcome back to my channel. This is Dot Stitches. I want to say a big thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks for not stopping by, and if you are not yet subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Today we are going to learn how to cut this short gown bodycon. So this is the fabric I'm using. This is fabric, this is crepe material, and I'm going to use this sugar lace to embellish it. So let me start. So what I'm going to do right here, I've already folded my fabric, so I'm going to cut both front and back together. It's going to be off shoulder, so the length I'm working with is 42 lengths. So I'm going to, the first thing, this 42 lengths, I will add 1 inch to it to be 43, but because it's off shoulder, I will drop like 4 inches up here. That is, I will start from this 4. I'm not going to start from the one directly. I will just start from the 4 here before I now be starting taking the vertical measurement. So the length is 42 plus 1 inches, that is 43. That 3 to fold the down side. Now from here, the neck just ordinary straight like that. So I want it to be like 5 inches. This is the front and this is the back. This is the zipper side here. I'm cutting both two together. So I'll just mark 5 inches like this. So I place the tape up again. I drop that 4 inches, then I come back to the armhole. So I mark 7 inches for the armhole side. From that next side, I cuff it. Then the bust measurement is 39. 39 divided by 4 is going to give me 9.5 and quarter. So I just add like 1.5 inch to it for the seam allowance. Then the quarter of the waist is 34. So the quarter is 8.5. So I just mark it. Then I add seam allowance like 1.5 also. So I connect it to the waistline, to the bust line to the waistline. I'm not including that because I'm not putting that there. So from the waist to the hip, 9 inches. Now I'll take the hip measurement. The quarter of hip, the hip measurement is 42. The quarter of 42 is 10.5. So I mark 10.5 and I add 1.5 to it for the seam allowance. So I connect it to the waistline. Now the hip measurement now is like 12 inches. Then I come down here, I remove 1 ear or 1.5. So I mark it 11. Now from the hip line here, I'll be shaping it to that downside, which is 11. In order to pencil that downside. Now I cut it out. Now I'll be cutting it. I've cut it out. So this is the next side. So I'm going to use bias to turn this place, this next side, and I can cut facing. I can cut the fabric to turn it, but depending on your choice. But I'm going to use bias for mine. So I use bias to turn both the front and the back. So after turning the next side, now I will still the back side here. Then I place the zip before I now join the. So now that I've piped it with bias for this front side, and this is the back side. So I've already piped it and I've inserted the zip. So the next thing to do for this front side now, because I'm going to place pleating, so I will cut the fabric. So I will cut like 60-inch long in two places, 60 by 7 or 6, depending on how I want it. So I'll cut it now. So I'll now start from the waistline here. So I will not cut it out here, but I'll just place it directly to this line here. So I'll be placing it. I'll be placing it there like this. So let me cut out this. So this is the 60 length in two places. I will join it. I'll join the both. Then I'll be. So after plating it, but when you are plating it, just make sure that everything is. I start from here. I'm pleating it like this. Make sure it's coming up. So by the time you turn it like this, everything will come down, so that it will be easier for you to be pressing down than to be pleating it. If you are pleating it like this, everything will come up, so it won't be okay. So notice that side, just be pleating it down like that, so that it will be easier for you to be pressing it, and everything will come down like that. So this is the front. Then you place the back that is already, I've already inside the shape. Then I'll place it like this. I'll be taking the measurements now. I make sure the front and back is aligned. So this is back and the front now. Turn it to the normal side. Now I'll be taking the bust measurements. The bust measurements divided by 2, which is 19. So I'll be marking it. Then I come down to the waist, which is 34 divided by 2, that is 17. Move to the hip line. The hip measurement is 42 divided by 2, that is 21. Now for the down side there, I make it to be 20. So I will now stitch it now. Then I will now place the sleeve. Let me cut out the sleeve. Now for the sleeve is 8 inches length. Then I add 1 inch to it to be 9. It's off shoulder. I come up by 4 inches here. Then I now slant it. The amount divided by 2 is 6.5. That is 13 divided by 2, 6.5. Then I add 1.5 to it. So I will now shape it. For the downside here, 7 inches. So I now cut it out. So for the upper side here, I will use bias to pipe this inside. I use bias to pipe it in. Then I will now stitch I will turn this side with 1 inch that I left. Stitch it. Then after that, I will now join it before I will now place it on the armor on my gown. Yeah, so let me do that. So for the sleeve now, I've joined the downside and this is the upper one. So I now the armhole side here, I make sure the sleeve is aligned. This line is aligned with the armhole side here. So I will use pin to pin it like this. So I will now make sure that I will now stitch it like this. So like this is how I stitch it now. So now that I placed the sleeve now, so this is the final look. So this is the back. This is the slits at the back. So don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now. Bye.